That intro clip was courtesy of this guy right here. This was my first ever Partsmaster that I put together. I wanted it to be reminiscent of Jim Root's signature Fender Jazzmaster, but I wanted to make it my own. I wanted to kind of make it individual. I assembled different parts I got from various places. I got the Fender neck and the Fisherman Fluence modern pickups from Sweetwater. I got the Hipshot locking tuners and the Hipshot bridge from Amazon, and I got the body from some random dude on Reverb. He had already painted it, and my original intent was to go over it, but as time in the build went on, it kind of grew on me. I even got the strap to kind of match it. What's going on, Echo? You are right in the way, bro. Anyway, as awesome as this guitar is, it definitely has its issues. The original owner, the original creator of this body, tried to extend the scale range of the guitar by putting filler in the neck pocket. I'm not really sure how it worked for him. I can't imagine he got more than a couple screws from the body into the neck, given how much space he added in there. I eventually took it away. I removed what he added in there just to accommodate a 25.5 scale range. If I were to flip this over and open up the cavity, you would see that there is not enough room in there for all of the electronics. While they are hooked up and functional, the pickups only have one voicing. You can tell I don't even have a tone knob in here, so I'm not getting everything out of the pickups that I could be getting. I think only one of the voices are active. The last problem you would see if I were to open up the cavity is that I didn't insulate it. I didn't know that was a thing that needed to be done at the time. So if I were to plug this guitar into my amp in cab, you would hear Spanish radio. I don't know why you would hear Spanish radio specifically, but it does pick up radio since it's not insulated and protected. Anyway, as much as I like this guitar and as much fun as it is to play, I can't help but feeling like I did it a little bit of a disservice putting it together as I did. So we're going to give this thing a makeover. We're going to go from this to this. Yes! If it is not painfully obvious, I am very excited that this project is done and that this guitar is back in my hands. Before we go any further, full disclosure, I did turn this instrument over to some local guitar techs for a few services, including the wiring of the Fisherman Fluence modern pickups. I do not have the expertise or the capability to do that, especially when the wiring diagram is as complex as the Fisherman Fluence modern pickups. And the last time I did wiring for a project on my own, I foobarred it so bad it had to be redone anyway. I also had the techs do a intonation and action setup for me, but other than that, this was 100% me. And look at it in all of its glory and tell me that it is not awesome. Let's talk about some of the things that are the same, and then we will also talk about some of the things that are different with this makeover. First up, that is the same. The Fender Jazzmaster neck is still the same. The Hipshot locking tuners are the same. The Hipshot fixed bridge is the same. The locking strap buttons are still the same. The strap is still the same. And the pickups are still the same. Now, for the things that are different, like I mentioned, the wiring is now different. We are actually using these stock pots and wiring setup. They come with the Fisherman Fluence modern pickups, so all of that has been added in. I put in a new blade selector switch, and I added an extra. We have a tone knob now. We didn't have a tone knob before, but I had to get a knob to match the one that I already had, so that was added on there. Also, the body. The body is different. Obviously, we went from the Jazzmaster offset body to the Strat Type ST body, and I could not be more happy with this. The body is from Guitar Fetish. It is one of their XGP bodies. I was a little hesitant to give them a shot just because I'd never tried them before, but I can honestly say I am very, very happy with this body. Also, The pickguard is their standard 2 humbucker 3-ply pickguard that also from Guitar Fetish, but I was also a little hesitant on that, but not disappointed. Very happy with it. I was skeptical with the blue, this Lake Placid blue. I wasn't sure if I was going to love it or hate it, but I can say with confidence and exuberance that I love it. In person, this body looks fantastic. It has a good weight behind it. It's of good quality. Again, the color is absolutely breathtaking. It's actually a little bit narrower in profile compared to the offset Jazzmaster body I had before. Again, weight isn't a concern, but it does have really good ergonomics. It actually has a pretty good belly cut that might be difficult to see on camera, but there it is. Yeah, so pretty good belly cut. That's actually pretty solid for ergonomics. Trying to think what else I ended up doing in here that is new. Oh, I shielded the stupid thing. I'll put in some pictures of that. I also had to do some routing and some chipping away on the inside of the body to make room for the battery that is needed for the for the Fishman Fluence pickups. I had to make room for that, so I chiseled that out in the body. But yes, it is now shielded, so this guitar no longer picks up radio signals, Spanish radio or otherwise. That was something that made me way happier than it should have, but here we are. So aside from the physical characteristics that have been updated with this makeover, what else is different with this guitar? Well, in my opinion, the Strat style body is easier and more comfortable to play. It's nothing against the Jazzmaster body, it's just that when I was a kid, I started off with a Fender Strat that was loaned to us from a family friend. So this kind of feels like a return to form with a modern take. Additionally, the pickups have changed. Like I mentioned, we already have the wiring in the pots updated to include the other voices. Granted, 90% of the time I only play with voice 1, but it is nice to have the versatility of voices 2 and 3. For those of you that are not familiar, voice 1 with the Fishman Fluence modern pickups is supposed to be your modern, high-gain, active humbucker sound. Voice 2 is supposed to be your passive humbucker sound, and voice 3 is your single coil sound. So as to not get things twisted, I have nothing against passive humbuckers. In fact, most of my guitars have passive humbuckers. I'm only saying that when I have the opportunity to use an active humbucker, like with Voice 1 and the Fishman Fluences, or with EMGs, I tend to take that opportunity. That said, Voice 2 with the Fishman Fluences, pretty awesome. Well, that is going to do it for today. I am very excited to have this project done and even more excited to have a new main instrument that is likely going to become one of my primary workhorses. If you guys stuck around to the end of the video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, find a smile, and I'll see you for the next one. Later.